healthier.
Princess, are you alright?
I'm alright.
Do you need anything?
Your crimes were as
No,
stated.
thank
Forgery, as you were the one to mainly hand over the forged document from the report from the captain. And you found out yourself the day of you all returning to Farlon, including the murdering of his crew.
Well, where would you want me to begin?
Just like Aegon and Arthur. Starting how you got on this endeavor.
Very well. As for my involvement, it was that I
Somebody's at the
was.
door.
Magistrate,
My lady, apologies for being late.
It was after the events of the market hour that Aegon brought me into this operation. It was after the Ironbreaker Orc situation. That is how I gained my involvement into these events. As
was
for
the captain
events that
dead at this time?
To my knowledge, no. I was not aware of the captain's death.
Very well.
Additionally, I'd also like to state that prior to the statements given in this court, that I was unaware of who had killed the captain. Though I had spoken to him in the prior moments about a purchase being considered.
And was this purchase, as you have told the captain now standing to my right, for his ship?
That would be a reasonable statement.
So this was a different purchase?
If you're in regards to how I ascertained the documents that were given to me, they were given to me by a man dark and hooded, face concealed, with the ring of the Capitan as collateral to show the finalization. It would appear that he cut and run. And as others have brought in this court, at the time could be assumed that this cut and run incident would be incurred because of their other concerns in regards to their actions against the Etienne government.
How did you come about the forged documents?
As I stated, a man in a hood, concealed face, gave them to me. One could assume easily that this was a member of the crew, as I could not ascertain their identity due to the concealment of themselves, but they had the equipment of the previous captain.
Why wasn't this reported?
In what sense?
The dark man in the hood giving you forged papers, or your attempt at, handing said papers over. The captain told me.
The declaration,
Yeah.
the declaration of assets.
Just a small note.
No
You,
more
of
than
course,
after
would
the
know
purchase is
that
completed.
other than the captain himself, a couple of slaves, and maybe a group of 5 to 4 low-level shipmates, no one else from your crew, well, came to the
It
shore,
was
so
only after
yeah,
my
she's
encounter
bold-faced
with
lying
the
to you.
first mate that the fact that the ship was under partial ownership of the captain.
Okie dokie,
was
I'm going
referenced in the
to
statement. And as such,
show like some form of document
since you
proving
were
that, I guess.
Understood.
Like a what's it called? You know how places at work have like a this person signed off and signed on at this hour and this
Yeah.
day? 'Cause I'm just gonna kind of hand something like that off.
Yeah, they signed off
the
before they
others
left.
who own the ship, that being
Yeah.
the 50% stake that the quartermaster, now captain, has in the ship.
Understood.
Which I was agitated over.
May I have permission, really quickly? I have something against this. These are, as you can see, this is every single crewmate, crew member, and anything in between that signed off during that time. There isn't anyone. The only people that were there were the people this group during this earlier escapade. So unless someone got off without my knowledge or signing off on it, this person doesn't exist. At least
Then I
looking
think
at
you
it.
can understand my agitation and frustration.
Well, this is mighty convenient, and that's all I'll say.
Excuse
Oh, a
me.
lot of hands.
My lady,
Excuse
if I may. Yes, Egon. Holy shit.
Seems that chair is quite uncomfortable, Lady Regent.
It is.
Should I get you a pillow?
Seems
My,
that way.
could you please? My
extreme
hips and
level.
ass are not made for this chair.
Do you mind if I get one of the pillows off of that? Perhaps they're the ladies and gentlemen.
In the chat.
Yes,
Actually,
Egon.
no. Never mind. I answered my own question.
There you go. Miss
Yeah,
Regent.
I'm gonna quickly ask in the chat before I say anything. I just want that double check. So,
What the fuck you're talking about? But go ahead.
Exactly. I must add before I stop talking, it's mighty convenient that this mysterious shadow figure shows up to take all of the guilt all of a sudden, without any testimony from anyone else that this person existed. Nor any proof that they stepped off of the ship to begin with. That is all I will put in the pot.
So either someone set you up and you fell directly into their fucking trap, the lot of you.
Sorry, had a bit of a lapse in my mind. May you please repeat that statement?
You stated you all either fell directly into someone's ploy. Is what it sounds like.
I actually would like to say something about this. If you may, if I may.
Go on.
Tell me.
Dude, come fucking forward. You have
I
something
wish to ask.
beneficial to say.
I wish to ask this, Galfia. Did the man have any visa on the clothing? Like maybe the like leathers or anything like that?
I cannot remember. I can neither confirm nor deny that statement.
Okay. The reason I
Damn,
asked
he was
this
giving you
is
an
I've been
out.
dealing with
Fuck.
assassins under the employment of a man named Victor that employed assassins of that sort.
Senators.
Or uniform.
Would you like them to
That's
give
all.
them a
I
roll
just
for
wanted
that,
to
see
ask.
if there was a V on the man's clothing or not?
Additionally,
I
as for your
mean,
previous
sure,
statement,
however, the man doesn't exist, so it'd be kinda hard.
to me, I can neither confirm nor
okay.
deny the statement as there has not been a
Yeah,
honest
out of
investigation
character,
into
the man
it.
they're talking about is
I would
Aegon.
not want to speak without information at the
I
forefront.
figured as much.
So this man in cloaked, draped clothing with the captain's ring, supposedly, as you said, which
Yes.
is
So,
He spoke
approached
of it
you.
as
Lady Regent, might I ask an additional question that would service this? Captain, or new captain rather. What would you say that your former allegedly, if they, how, hear me out on this. How tall was the individual?
I taller than I
Question
was.
Could you give a frame of reference?
Mm-hmm.
Has Aegon
Um,
given his evidence and statement yet?
He was the first one up.
Understood.
Sorry, you're playing off of memories.
So you know all about the
unless
Poor
someone
District,
interrupted the
yes?
Conversation.
Yep.
I have nothing
Noted.
further to this then. I got what I need.
That'll be another that'll be solved later, as because this is against their crimes of the pirate crew and killing the captain. The evidence they gave, including Arthur, because they couldn't remember the noble house that was stolen, the individual that was stolen from the noble house in the
I'm
capital.
sorry that I was not able to quickly ascertain that
They as
information
well.
for you.
All their information will
If
be
I
That's
handled
quite
wanted to
later
alright.
make a
because
guess,
the
I
main
would have
court
to say
case
somewhere
is them
between
killing the
the
captain and then
region.
half that fucking
They
crew.
inherited this matter. That's just about all I could say.
Well, that's a bit of a rough estimation considering the much taller stature of the Lady Regent and myself. I would say I'm of a much more average height.
If I may, what
Are they
about
around
between
my
myself and
chest?
the Regent?
Or maybe
I do not look at that sort of thing, so I could not tell you.
and I will bring the attention of the case back, circling back around.
Very well.
Princess Eloise, at the time of this, you had reinstituted Calthea into your royal guard, yes?
Yes, my lady.
Calthea, did you inform the princess of your actions of this? That you were going to partake?
I did not. However, that though my station was as a royal guard, I was oftentimes instructed to perform tasks and duties without their acknowledgement.
That is true.
I was a captain, yes, but I still was under the command of the Knight Commander.
Calthea, your crime upon that ship leads itself into a diplomatic situation. As you were acting as a royal guard under Princess Eloise for her protection, acting out of jurisdiction without their knowledge. You are aware of this, yes?
Would that not be a issue that I'd need to bring up with the Artan government?
A letter has already been sent back to the king.
Very well.
There's another question over here when you're done.
Yes, Aegon.
I apologize, but would this not already be a diplomatic issue? There is proof that we seem to be glazing over the fact that this crew, whether complacent or not, was transporting illegally members of the Ironbreakers clan, sanctioned by the king, of which are all under the guise and care of Arta. The king's word is law, is it not?
any
They seem to
ironclad
be-
people in the boat?
Not on it, but they had been.
Actually,
I believe-
Thanatos was there as out of character. Was there ironbreakers on in the boat?
There was only a crab. As I
There was
recall.
only a crab.
So,
no,
if
there
I
were
may out of
slaves under-
character
there's
very
slaves
quickly,
underneath.
you know, and some of you all know, that the captain did came with Ironbreaker slaves to the market district. So yeah, at some point they
But
were.
were they on the boat?
Yeah.
Were they on
Not
the
at the
boat?
time that they
Were
were
they
there.
on the
Surveying.
boat? When we pulled their
That was
whip
the question.
over, were there people in the boat that were from Ironbreaker?
So to clarify for everybody, at the time of the fighting on the boat, there were no Ironbreakers on the ship.
But there were other slaves down
If I-
on the lower decks.
But
Yes.
there were other slaves, which is legal.
I have a rebuttal when you're ready.
The documents that were provided to you in regards to the inventory of the ship and further homeland base do dictate that this vessel was used for the transport of Ironbreakers taken slaves from the Free Isles, where there are still more, to the Etienne lands. This ship is, though at the time may not have been actively carrying, but was involved in acts that break the royal law.
That is the case. The Navy is supposed to identify and inform the ships of this. I do not think the captain was informed at the time. But this also stands point. They are slaves of Ironbreakers, as you had stated, and as the documents have shown, at the Free Isles. That is not Et waters, it is not Et territory. Until they reach Et and are on the soil of Et, that is when we can act. What you're supposed to do is fucking report it to the damn orc that's in the fucking city currently. Or to me.
Roger was informed that there were slavers handling Ironbreakers.
You also, actually not even or, you're also supposed to report it to me so I'm aware of this.
Additionally, as I was not the one in charge, I did not think it was my duty to do so. I had
It
assumed that
doesn't
was done.
fucking matter. Let me make this clear. You killed individuals in Et's waters, Farlon's waters, might I add, as you were just a few miles off the coast. You can only kill someone in these streets by proxy, the fucking waters, permitted by the Navy if you have a warrant. By myself, or the commanding Navy officer over the general area of the region. Did any of you have a warrant for the captain? Are you gone? Did you have a
No,
written warrant
Unfortunately.
that gave you permission that I signed off for you to hunt down and kill the captain of the ship?
No.
Was there a written warrant for me to give you authorization to go aboard this ship and stop its operations and kill the crew?
No. However, Lady Arabisif, did you not just say we had to wait until those iron breakers approached or made landfall in within Et?
Yes.
And you made me
As
part
the-
of your council, did you not? Does that
Did
not
you
give me
inform-
authority to act?
Did you inform me that they were Ironbreaker slaves?
I'm surprised Crotchet didn't, but no, I did not either.
Exactly. I wasn't aware there were Ironbreaker slaves in my own market district. It doesn't matter if Kraja was informed or not. You should still inform the hierarchy. A missive could have been sent.
If you are saying that,
You request permission to speak in this fucking courtroom.
my mistake, I thought you were speaking to me.
The issue here, the crimes that the former captain has committed will not be ignored. There will be a court case investigation, the whole 9 fucking yards in that. The issue is your lot murdering the captain in cold blood, and then half the fucking crew out at sea. That is why you are here. It's why you are being tried fairly. As the rest of you, the non-humans and the slave that was let go, their fates have already been sealed. By law.
If I may,
Go ahead.
I have an additional statement.
I have something to add on the note of this Aegon continuing to add. Written proof here, these are the documents that were given to us and myself to keep track of. None of these slaves are marked by name or who they are, just what they are. There is no title, not where they're from. They are just marked as orc, orc, orc. Woman short, woman tall, man big, man tall. I'm not the biggest fan of slavery out there, but that was my job. I looked over it. None of them are marked by where they're from. At least from what the captain gave me.
Actually,
No one
fantastic
seemed to
character.
check.
Did the
I hear
leisure
you mumbling
Up to
yourself
VC.
over there.
our character? Eh,
How to obviously.
Let me see you, bitch.
Anyway.
Hi.
Jerry. Do you
So, what's your question?
excuse me, Captain. Do you have any words to say, state?
As I said previously, your vigilantism cannot be overlooked. If you had done this the right way,
I cannot hear you if you're asking because you're
as
muted.
severe as it is now,
I have yet to be asked about my actions.
Sorry, I said,
I was
did the
keeping
ledger that I gave this character that's currently on the table right there, did it have specific names, places on it?
Specific names, not so much. However,
I wish to
you
stay
would
on
know
my
that
course.
they were definitely Iron Breakers because they introduced themselves
Cassian,
as Iron
were
Breakers.
you an
And the
actual
captain
part
introduced
from
them
the
as
moment you
Iron Breaker
stepped
and
onto the ship
slaves at the
till the fighting
market.
started?
You-
Until it ended it from your
You
perspective?
do have some of these Iron Breakers
Was
not
I
too far
part
away
of an
from
apartment?
this town.
Oh.
You could
Events,
very
your
easily just
perspective of
ask
them from the
for
moment
them
you
to
stepped
come
onto
in,
the boat to the
because
moment
all of
you
them
Ooh.
went to the
I-
Krajas camp.
I do not
Alright, I
believe need to
might go ahead and
enter
ask
the
this.
startling details in regards to
I-
interactions I had with the quartermaster in First Mate, since that has already been gone through at Libertarum.
I
I was
would like to add something. If I may. If I may.
You request permission to speak. Awesome.
Which I am.
The correct way to do it is Regent Albus, may I have permission to add to a statement?
Correct. I apologize. Regent Harris, may I add something?
Let Calthea finish, and then you may add it.
Okay.
I suppose you would want me more so to focus on the starting of the fight, correct?
What did you
There you
see at the start? Who started the altercation to your perspective?
From my perspective, the rifleman helmsman shot first.
I see.
I did not
Was there any
see
particular reason?
the pulling of the bow or the any actions taken. Although I would say that it was very much going to a point where these individuals on their boat were going to start the fight no matter what, from my perspective. As for
I see.
the moments after that shot was fired, with the fact that I was more advanced than the rest of the party, perceiving the threat in front of me of 3 armed individuals with rifles, I stepped in to try and save those around me.
One moment. Advanced, as in what do you mean? Where you were located
in-
on the boat, or like...
As in towards the now hostile force. I had no weapon drawn, so I had to draw my blade towards these riflemen that were presumably about to open fire on those behind me and also at me. In which, this same
Were
moment,
you ordered to leave the ship
I-
at any point?
there was a request. We then took a moment to speak, as we still wished to presume a diplomatic option. I was stepping forward to then continue speaking, and the first shot fired. Thus why I was more advanced than the others who were behind me.
Very well.
If you'll excuse me a moment, I have a phone call that I need to take.
Very well, take your time, miss. My lady Hermes.
I guess. Take a
While we
small break.
wait,
Yes.
would you like to take this man's statement?
Oh yeah, that's right. I will say this. I believe the orcs that were mentioned are nearby, and I believe I did hear some rumblings that they are at Kraja's camp. So maybe you could ask him to send some letters out over there to maybe get their statements as well. That's what I would do, though, at least.
Are we doing that
see
right
there-
after this?
Sorry
Seems
about
like you'll be partaking in another court case, Arthur.
Right, where was I?
You informed me that you were ordered to get off the ship and you tried to continue to do diplomatic talks, which
We
are
were
gathering.
requested off the ship, yes. Though,
If I may.
we still wanted to have an open discourse.
Hey, Than, I know
As for
the
the
jury's
fighting
going
start,
on,
I did not
but
see
there was a concern
gun
for
pursue
some
it-
people, if
pursue
I can run
any-
that by you.
offensive action. It was merely
Yep.
the.
So
the
we have some
in
people who
front
showed
of
up
me
late, but because of this going on
turned
and having
into an
absolutely no one in
oppositional
town,
force,
plus we're reaching our
and thus
technical
I
hard
acted
end,
in a proportional response to
would
the
you
fact
be
that they were going to
fine
kill those
if
behind
we
me and
pushed
also
hard end
myself.
back a bit to give people a bit of chance to do some calm roleplay?
Understood,
Yeah,
Captain. Yes.
we can push Harden back.
No perspective.
Alright. Yeah, I had people who were like, yeah, with all this going on and no one's in town, I can't do any roleplay. So I wanted to see about that.
I see. Who's currently out in town? I could try to give them something to do since most of the DMs
There's
are...
no one in town. Everyone's spectating because there's no one out here. Turtle Duck is over on top of the mountain sulking as his character because his character got his shit kicked in today. Everyone else is either in the jury scene or invisible. Yeah, Turtle Duck's in character sulking, so we don't
Looking
need to
into
worry about
something.
him. He already told me
Does
that
it
we
look
don't
like
need to
there's
worry
any
about him.
smithy work for you to
But
do
we have
up here?
people who are spectating who are basically like
Or
1 to
or
2 hour
requisition is
locked
still
from playing their
something I need to do.
character because of the
Go to the
scene.
mine. Go
Noted.
to the mine if you need ores.
I'm gonna put this as bluntly as I can.
So, I would just suggest
You think
pushing it
I'm
back.
fucking
I don't know
happy here?
how long you want to push it
Take
back,
that
but I
stick
would just say
out of your
push it back for
fucking
a
ass
little bit.
and listen for just a moment. You know, okay, here's the thing. I don't want this right now. I've been through enough. I have.
That's it. That's all I wanted to bring up because I know
Have any
some people had that
questions to
concern.
ask?
No
Okay.
questions exactly, but I have been listening to the story here, and not via bias, but of factual knowledge. I've known Calathea for a better portion of my life. I've wandered here and there and made my way to Arta, spent some time there. And if I may, if you must wait till the end, I'd like to perhaps give a defense of theirs and see if it holds water. I've thought a lot about it.
Either speak now, because after this,
Forever hold
judgment will be
Very
called.
well. Very well. We'll start by the beginning. She states she was not aware of both the death of this captain or exactly the nature of, well, the rougher beginnings of it upon such Aegon brought her into this fold, and then the loose events of a masked and hooded figure brings upon forged documents and a signet ring. Remind me, were you aware that these documents were forged or not?
At the time of my receival of them, I could neither confirm nor deny that they were forged, as I had just received the documents.
Very well. Now,
Hey,
this
Essence.
will be pointing at the captain as
Mhm.
well, not as any accusation.
Just letting you know, I think we are going
being
to
a part
extend
of all
roleplay
constrictly
for like
obligated
maybe
by
an
the
hour or
Navy,
so.
I'm sure you've
Just
Yeah.
gone
let
through
people,
a
yeah,
number
roleplay
of,
after
well,
this, because
fleets
we're like
with
10 minutes away.
ships that have gone against the naval
Mhm.
code in your bounty hunting careers, sinking ships and all the like. It is not beyond the doubt that once a ship has been sunken, there's enough air in a pocket, or whatever mercy a god may have, to allow survivors that will definitely hold grudges. That is simply how seafaring ne'er-do-wells work. They will always hold grudges, especially if they are the longer-lived variety. And seeing as how you were approached by someone
sucks.
out of nowhere, may I suggest only two things.
Hey, Logan.
They knew the situation
What's
with the
poppin'?
ships, and they then
What
knew the
happened
situation
when
of your
when
involvement.
my
If they
internet
were
went
approached
down?
to you
In regards to the monster thing?
Yeah.
by Aegon here,
Well, initially,
zero chance what
it
there's
was
no
just
evidence to
Kraja
prove the
and
fact that
the
there is perhaps,
princess.
as Lady
Yeah, like
Erebus
it
But the
was.
next thing we know,
suggested, a third
it then
party
turned
that has
into a
put people against each
4v1
other via
because
proxy to achieve a goal.
Gale showed up
And as you
alongside
have stated, you have for
Juniper.
at least a dozen or so years, you were a part of the
Though
army
I did
military,
critically wound
to the point where you
Eloise.
were
They got a
Princess
natural
Eloise's
one,
personal royal
fucking her
guard.
quite badly.
You had those
Though at the end
instincts
of the day,
and,
they were
well,
able to
that
kill the
spring
creature
of nature
and behead it.
encoded onto
The rest of the body
Okay.
got taken up by
years and years of work.
the Earth itself.
The state of art military state
Alright.
it is much different
Yeah.
to Ant.
You also we
It
had
is
just have
more
to go
formal,
by the flow because you
professional,
never told
and
us what
well,
combat level the monster was.
it is very
So I
strict,
just assumed
if that
it
is not
depended on the
correct.
Yeah, it was.
combatants.
It was
Very much
powerful
strict.
thing. It was supposed to be a challenge for the both of them.
You're made to learn the judgment of
So it was supposed to be like a
trust
knight to
when
vet
and
knight.
just know when to
Yeah,
follow
something
the
very
order when
powerful
you
for them to
accept
kill.
it as fact.
Gotcha.
You know
Right.
the
Okay.
importance
So
of
then
following
so that was actually a good
personal
thing. Then I
hierarchy
used
when it comes
the
to squads.
creature
Is
because
that correct?
yeah.
That
Oh,
is
essence.
correct.
Are you aware?
So essence,
Do you
the
wanna-
monster. The monster was
of the
essentially supposed to be a
position
knight
of
to vet
Aegon,
knight. It was supposed to be a very
leader
powerful
of the White
monster that
Griffins?
Kraja was meant to
Alright,
fight with Elise.
doesn't
And we're
matter right
standing
now.
within it.
Sorry. What do you
It
need,
doesn't.
Essence?
Somewhat, I would not say I
I
have
was saying,
fullest
at
picture,
the
but I
end,
do
do you
understand
want to
that
have
we are
a
understanding older
Victor
of anyone
assassination
that is
attempt
the Yetian state.
through the window?
Well, you know, you're mercenaries.
Sure,
when it
why
comes to
not?
this, you were
Just have a
brought
bolt
in
come
on what
through
we
and
could only
nail me.
assume was a hierarchy
Don't worry about it.
figure
I'll
that
die
you
instead.
expected to
It'll be like a
following
misfire.
the regulations of
This
the
doesn't hit
Mr.
his maverick.
President.
You expected they
Mr.
were
President, get
doing everything
down!
by the books and had no reason to believe otherwise.
Besides, this was on my
You'll,
guard. I'm just
you'll,
here.
you'll walk by and take the bolt for me when I tell you to come forward.
Alright, so I'll walk towards over there.
You'll come around the right side, yeah.
Okay, I'll be watching you, Essence. Give me a gesture with your left arm, like if you raise it up, and then do this. That'll be the 6
I will quite literally. I'll be like, God, come here. Don't worry.
Understood.
Would it perhaps be beyond the assumption that they wish to
Also, what's the
use
final
your
judgment
skill
on them?
sets that you had known
100% guilty.
perhaps have
They
100%
still
guilty.
killed the people. It does not matter. They were told to leave the
Guilty
ship.
as fuck!
That's. They admitted it themselves. The captain told them to leave, and they didn't.
Are they still
That being
going
said,
to
The
get...
sentence is going to be a little more lenient than it was beforehand, but Erebus is still
That-
disappointed. Oh,
yeah,
it's-
not to mention Arthur's character, Blackstone's character Arthur wants to take on more punishment for the compensation for the other two. So most likely what will happen is Transform and the other two characters will probably get some sort of punishment, while Arthur will be getting way worse punishment.
He'll be the one slaughtered to the ship, while the rest will be just indentured servitude for a time being.
Do we want to endanger them to this pirate crew? Because we do have dirt on them that they committed many crimes.
Oh, that's already been mentioned. That the new captain and their crew are gonna be having their own trial next time.
Noted. Just to let you know, if they didn't already, Essence, players were given actual like documents. Not sure if they gave you any of them.
It was mentioned by
It was
believe,
mentioned,
Arthur.
and I was handed some.
We can all agree on that.
Yeah, Arthur was the one who mentioned it.
Early military service, or someone who barely knows how to draw a sword. When things feel tense, you might miss things. Now, of course, there's heavy fighting upon the captain, now captain his crew. Aegon was the offending party here, and everybody else jumped forward, while others are giving Aegon's defense. There's obviously mixed lines here. While there is a numbers advantage, like you have stated, for the most part, that doesn't mean much here. Though, from what I have heard of your story so far, assuming...
Oh, and Essence, once the arrow goes, once I hit the arrow, it's gonna go through a neck, so there's no way of resuscitating the guard.
Yeah, you're gonna you'll die.
Yep.
We'll say as a precaution, Thanatos, 2 arrows will go through. 1 will hit the guard.
And I say one hits would hit Cactus because he's the
We'll
closest
say
to you
yeah.
as well.
We'll say the other one will hit Cactus.
You might want to drag Cactus into this VC then to let them know.
Yeah.
Of manslaughter upon all their names. That is death sentences multiple over, and yet I assume the Lady Regent has come to an agreement with the captain to make sure that is much like.
Where is some sort of avatar with a fucking bow? Goodness.
Not to hurt any.
I would agree. This incident would have just been ended with your death.
I'll go grab Cactus real quick.
Let us be clear. If it was Lord Joshua, you all would be dead. There would be a trial, but it would be a mock trial. A sham. You would then have you all escorted out, and your heads would roll by my blade.
Additional statement.
Go ahead.
I brought them over.
To add on to the point of what they're both trying to make, I have flown with Farlon for quite some time now.
Alright, so Essence,
aware of how
I am a sniper on the walls. You just let me know when to pass.
Alright. Yeah, Cactus, just
I'll even say Erebus gets hits. There were 3 shots that rang out, and
yeah,
we'll say
Cactus, just to let you know why brought in. Essentially, assassin. I get killed by the first arrow. You get hit by the second arrow, and then Erebus gets hit by the third arrow. Because we're closest to them.
Get either Tech or someone else in this VC, because I'm currently playing the role of the sniper, so I need someone to make a pass.
That can be Essence. That can do that. I mean, they're right there.
Alright, are you on it, Essence?
I've seen
Give him a second.
many a head roll because of the former leadership in this town. And I wish not for it to happen.
Well, there's also Animingos. Actually, hold on one second.
That is all.
And I will end off my statement here. From what I have heard,
I'll say the judgment, and then we can do it. If you can inform anime what's going on, Thanatos.
I cannot. Once I let go of my hand, the arrow will fly. So
Got
I
it.
cannot
Anime,
do anything.
if you could, in the moment, we're gonna have a victor assassination attempt on Erebus. If you could do a pause, as Logan's guard will take the bolt that would essentially kill Erebus in the neck, dropping him immediately.
Yep.
Cactus's captain will take a bolt, and then Erebus will take one in the arm. It is the moment I give the signal of telling Logan's character to come here. He'll cross the right side of my desk in front of the window.
Yep.
I am sure a more amicable agreement could be reached by the regent. And we
If you're down for that, anime.
At least for you, close this much shorter than it needs to be.
Right side of desk.
I personally
Go
see
through. I call pause.
the problems of ignorance and
Yep.
well,
And then I'll describe the scene after.
that's been
The only
Understood, I believe
fatality
that
should be me. I'm pretty sure.
You know, funny enough, from this angle where I'm at, I could definitely just kill Cav right here, right now.
That's exactly the point. You're in an angle where you can assassinate.
You're at an angle, you could kill any of us, yeah. You could take my head off right now.
Get down, Mr. President!
If I may add on
We have
as
seen
well,
how well that works.
Technically, if you look to your right, Logan, you will also see me
as stated,
out of the window.
this vessel,
You mean left, because I can't. All I see is a white tree.
strong fighters.
No, I mean out of the window.
Yes, exactly. The only window that's
No,
on the right of Erebus.
behind you window.
Still recovering from injuries.
Oh, we'll have to switch windows then. Come towards me directly. Instead then.
Okay. Oh, so like the window to your left.
Yeah, the window to my left.
Yeah, you could
Understood.
just walk up to Cav and Vivian though.
Yeah, because it'd be a weird way of having me have to get in the way between
Both
Dubwub and Bessa and not have been killed.
Anime, you will pause when Logan walks directly in front of Cav and Nina, and that is when the pause will happen, just as they come into play.
Oh, that window. I didn't notice that one.
My suggestion, whether you even uphold it to you,
God,
is
I've been
by all
holding this one hand position for a while, it fucking hurts.
their experience of
Why
all
does
prior
Pancake
pause
love to talk so much, please?
Nobody has come up to disagree with anything they've stated. Not even the captain here, who is very much aware of all the details. I believe there is only the issue of ignorance and training of years, even decade or two. And I believe it is in their best interests, as they know is best in these situations from their standing prior, is to accept the fault, even if they were not aware of their wrongdoing. What they have done is still very much illegal. However, perhaps if they accept the fault and allow for their portion of this at least to be cut shorter than the rest, there could be a more amicable solution reached to this.
I don't know how much longer Pancakes can actually talk. They are certified yapper.
Certified yapper. They're much more of a yapper than fucking Cav.
While it does dilute the how do I say this? It does not excuse their vigilantism, however, it does make it a little bit more digestible and understandable why they did what they did.
Exactly my case.
The goodwill of the people outweighing the law.
God. Ma'am?
Not yet, because we're gonna do their judgment, and then we'll do it after.
Escort the three and have them wait outside. I will talk with the jury and we'll commence your talk.
Just remember to either be at Vivian and Cav's window or the window next to them, where Logan is.
Stand aside and
Fuck.
Just shoot this arrow somewhere else for right now, Fan.
I cannot, I just crashed. We took too long, fuck. It's 7:05.
It can just be implied that it happened.
You're good.
and
It'll just be
assassinate.
implied.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have gone through the window anyway.